Hello, and welcome to a first look at Void War. This game is interesting, and normally I start with a this game is and then describe the game. This game is FTL. I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about this. If you don't want to hear me yap through the intro, I will put a timestamp in the description because I have a lot to say about this and I have a lot of thoughts about this. But you may not want to hear those. You might just want to get into gameplay. I will put a timestamp in the description, or no, I'll put a timestamp in the comments, I mean to say, and I'll put one in the description, which will let you skip right over this. So, as you can tell from the title and from the thumbnail, this game is extremely similar to FTL. It is very, very similar. But this is not a condemnation. FTL is, in my opinion, one of the greatest strategy games ever created. It is an incredibly good game, and there was never really another game like it. And this game shows a little bit of why, because if you're gonna make a game that's like FTL, you're probably gonna end up just making a mod for FTL, because that's what this game sort of feels like. Void War feels like a mod for FTL almost, which isn't bad, but it's kind of strange, you know, if that makes sense. It's interesting to think about how. So I'll do a little comparison. If you were to make a copy, or like another game, not a copy but a game in the same genre as Slay the Spire, which many people have, you can throw in your own set of mechanics and you can make a different version of Slay the Spire. When you take the shell of FTL and rework some of the mechanics and throw in a bunch of different events and a different aesthetic and all this art and all of these things that they have done for Void War, you will still get a game that looks and plays very similarly to FTL, which is very interesting. And I want to make sure I make it clear, a lot of work appears to have gone into this game. The art is very nice, there's a lot of text, there's a lot of writing. It's a very well polished and finished game, but it's going to be dragged for being like FTL, and it's going to take some detractors because you could just go play FTL. So keep that in mind as we go forward. I think that it's not necessarily bad, but it's very familiar, right? I picked up the tutorial and I played through it and I went, oh, I have played this game before, because it's very familiar. It takes you very little time, and I think that's a big point in its favor as well. It's easy to learn because everything kind of just is how it should be, for sure. Anyway, that's what I have to say about the FTL comparison. I'm going to point out when it is like FTL, and if you've never played FTL and you have no idea what it is, first of all, you should go play that game. I think it's on sale right now, I heard. But second of all, I will walk you through the basics. Do not worry. Anyway, so this game is developed by a developer named Tundra, and it was self-published. It came out 2 days ago on June 2nd, and it is $20. It'll be $18 until the 9th, though, because it's on sale. There's a demo you can also pick up, and that's about all of the clerical information I have to do. So let's get to it, shall we? This is where I should put my timestamp. This is for me, 3:19. That's where I'm timestamping. Okay, hello if you skip through my yapping and you just want to see the gameplay. Let's get right to it, shall we? So here's your settings menu. Important thing of note. here's the gameplay. All right, let's talk about the settings. No. You just don't want to hear me talk about why this game is FTL but different. Anyway, I don't care. Sue me, man. These are you can rebind all the key bindings. It's very nice. I think it's a very important part of a game like this. And hey, highlight the commander. Looks like it would be nice. Okay, let's get to it now. So you get to start the game with the commander. You unlock this resonance stuff, or you get this resonance stuff for winning runs. It's like or not for winning runs, for playing runs. It's a meta currency, as I'm sure you're familiar with. I'm gonna play as the starting commander, the Exile. He's simple. He's easy. I'm just going to stick it out. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to play as the Witch. And I'll talk about why a little bit later. The Witch has a spell, and you're not going to know what that means, but that's okay. And here's our starting ship. Here's your... Where is it? Hold on. List. That's what I'm looking for. Here's your full set. There are 9 ships with 3 variants each. I don't actually know how you unlock variant C's. Variant B's you unlock by spending the currency you get at the end of runs to unlock the loadout, which changes, a lot of stuff. Actually, some interesting stuff in here. You get some Imperial stuff. Anyway. Oh, one other thing. I talked a lot about this game being FTL. Sorry if you skipped ahead to skip me talking about this game being FTL. The other thing that this game gets compared to a lot is Warhammer. I have never played a Warhammer game, so the Warhammer comparisons will be lost on me. So if you're also saying like, oh, this is also like a Warhammer, sorry, I don't know that one. But if you want to point it out, feel free. Okay. There is Ascension in this game. I don't know how high it goes. I played 2 runs of this. I played one run that I lost to the final boss, and I played a second run which I won. And let's begin. I'm going to be skipping over all of these dialogue boxes. I will leave them on the screen long enough for you to read them yourself, or pause if you want. But I cannot read these. The runs of this game are very long. They are like, I don't know, somewhere. I'm expecting this video to be about an hour and a half unless I just die early. So let's get to it. So here's, I'll go over all the ship's systems really quick, but you likely understand what's going on here when I just move around my units and things like that, you know? You've seen this before, I'm sure. So let's talk about the things. First of all, let's talk about the similarities. This is your command throne. This is the piloting system. When you man it, you get evasion, and then there's an autopilot. If your commander is manning it, you get a 5% boost to evasion. So like this, I can take you off and send someone else in, and I'll have a 10% instead of a 15. Let's go door systems. You know how it goes. One thing I will say, the oxygen vents in this a lot faster. Like I accidentally opened all the doors on my ship trying to find a key binding, and I almost immediately died for it. It was very bad. And then we'll just go right to left. Sensors. They are sensors. You can man anything with a computer terminal in the system, and it'll, for the subsystems, it upgrades them by 1 in terms of their effectiveness, and for the main systems, I think it just makes them go better. Like 5% faster or faster charge speed. Yep, you know how it goes. You know how it is. And then right to left here, oh sorry, there's also doors. That's the other subsystem. Right to left here, you have your weapons systems, which are where you have weapons. The weapons have a bunch of stats on them, charge time and number of shots and hull damage and chance of fire and all of that stuff. You know how it is. This is a single shot, 1 power system. This is a double shot, 2 power gun. Here is the launch bay. This is different, and I do think that this is like this game is a lot about combat, which we'll talk about a little more in a minute. The way you board enemy ships, and all of the ships I've played have started with this, you load in and then you launch the sled. I will say I ran into a little bit of a bug with this where my crew got stuck, not kept getting stuck, but got stuck in the launch bay and like didn't exist. I ended up having to quit the menu to fix it. I'll try to warn you about how I did that on accident. This is oxygen. It fills oxygen. This little recycle symbol means that when we jump, the oxygen will refill to full. Engines, evasion. You know how evasion works, I'm sure. And shields. They are shields. There are missiles, which you use munitions to fire, but you do need a specific system to do that. You don't get to do a baseline. And I think that's about it. Oh, let's talk about the units as well, or the characters. So if we go into, not upgrade, if we go into loadout, your characters have HP, DPS, and type. So this guy's an Imperial Enforcer, and you can see some interesting information about them down here, DPS and HP. The type matters for some of the modules, but your units also have item slots. So our witch here can have an armor, a weapon, and a psychic slot, which is a new spell to cast. And then, oh wow, this isn't very good. Huh. Her spell is 15 HP damage to hostile crew in target room. Well, I probably won't be doing that very much. It's okay if you're trying to board, I guess, but anyway. That's 9 minutes of yapping. Let's get into the gameplay. Oh yeah, you have 30 HP, and this is your scrap metal. And now let's do some combat. You can pause. Excuse me. I can't pause. Sorry, apparently I can't pause. I don't know what's up with that. That's very strange. That's so weird. And by now, you probably understand why this is just FTL. But here, let's show off the way we fight. So we load our crew into the sled, and then we shoot them at a system. Like this, and then they fly in. And I think all of the ships can do this to begin with, which means that killing enemy crew is better. But you'll notice I'm gonna recall now because I can't pause for some reason. I need to look at my settings. Is it because I'm in full screen maybe? Let me try going to borderless. Let me mess with this a little bit to figure out why I can't pause. That's not the right setting. Can I pause now? No. Okay, well I guess I just can't pause the game for some reason. That's a little odd. It's awkward because I always like to pause before I fire to think about where I'm gonna shoot, but like I said, it is not without bugs. That's very strange. I don't know why it would be like that. But yeah, the Mind Bolt and the Project, it's just a spell you can cast. I think they can't miss. Oh wait, did I win? Because it says disabled. Hold on. I might have actually just killed their whole crew. Let me go take a look. Huh. I don't think I won yet. I think I need to go kill that guy who's just a torso. Let me shoot him with my mind powers. So we load our crew, we shoot them in there. If they kill an enemy in a room, they'll destroy the room. There we go. It was weird because they like died. I think that was a weird case where there's an enemy that can come back to life when it dies. I think he was the last guy alive, and when he died, the ship like said it died, but I had to go in there and kill that guy. Anyway. Yeah, so what can happen? Let me illustrate this for you here to talk about the other bug I saw. You can load your crew into this boarding sled. Oh, but I can't board. Basically, if you board into a one-space room with two characters, the person in the sled will be stuck in the sled until you make room for them. If you then press this recall button while they're in there, sometimes they'll just get stuck in the sled and then you have to quit to menu or you'll just have them die, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, very strange. The not being able to pause and like explain everything is kind of throwing me off. I don't know. I guess we'll have to live with it, man. It's very strange. Very, very strange. So I will fire a Mind Bolt. We're going to go ahead and board because basically I feel like the early game you are just supposed to board the enemy ships. It feels... I didn't put them in the thing. Alright, well, never mind. It feels like you are incentivized to just go onto their ship and kill them, though. In a strange way, too, I feel like... Also, let me turn the music down a little bit. Sorry, I should have done that from the start. In a strange way, though, I feel like it's kind of... like... It doesn't seem like you get a huge amount better rewards for boarding the ship, so I just kind of haven't cared. But like in this spot, I don't know if you do get better or worse rewards, but in this position versus this enemy ship, I could just sit here and I could Mind Bolt every turn. Because it's risky for me to send these guys over, because if they kill an enemy, they'll damage a system. And if they damage a system, they'll destroy the ship. And will not be taking your surrender. I'm just going to kill you. I think optimizing this game on the highest difficulty might be kind of annoying. That's all. Yeah, but you see there, they offered me 23 for surrender. I guess I don't know what I would get for looting the ship. So we have 89 scrap. Let's take a look at the map. Of course, the map is like, you know, it is what it is, basically. I'm going to save my money and we're going to buy something at the merchant, hopefully something good. But the upgrading is as you expect it to be if you have played FTL. But again, I should not make this video assuming you have played FTL. So... putting your guys in the systems, it lets them boost the efficiency. That's something else I can mention to you somewhere in here. God, I can't believe I can't pause. Actually, you know what? One second. I'm going to pause this video and quit out and see if that fixes this problem. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I can pause the game now. Thank God. Very strange that it was like that. Anyway. The enemy systems are going to look a little weird at times, I think. You're not going to know what they all do. And I don't really care to stop and talk about all of them. Like the husk rag makes little sub husks. These guys are just one-off dudes. I don't care to talk about them, he says, and then he begins talking about them. Now it makes these little one-off dudes that just walk around your ship basically, or they don't walk around your ship. They're like single-use crewmen. They go away when they die, or not when they die. They go away when you warp, which kills them. Everyone goes away when they die, I think. I haven't seen any cloning bay type shit. There are a lot of enemies on this ship. I guess boarding a ship with a dude printer is probably not the way. Probably just blow them up. Here's the thing. I want to talk about this now. I'm going to focus very heavily on not boarding enemy ships because the final boss punishes you pretty heavily if you kill his crew. In my opinion, anyway. He gets like an upgraded set of systems, and then one of the systems just constantly launches enemies at your ship, and you don't have a medbay. The medbay only is once per fight. This is it right here, the auto surgeon. It's a one-time use heal everyone in the room to full. And if you're just getting endless reusable enemies launched at you, you'll eventually die. That's what I found on my first run anyway. So I feel like killing crew is really bad. We could pick up a missile system, and then we could pick up a missile bay to go with it. I have 4 munitions, but I could buy some. It just seems not that good to me. I don't know. You can make a case for it, but I would rather just upgrade my defenses here. If you didn't pick up on it, by the way, there is no mastery. You don't get anything for your guys leveling up or like piloting systems for a long time. So it is fine, you know. Not a big deal. Oh, hey, 8 munitions. Guess I should have taken the thing, the missile bay. You can see, by the way, it's very long through the system, and I believe there are 8 systems, or 6 systems, I should say. I think there are 6. Oh, I think this was a consumable. Yeah, these are consumables. There are one-off single-use items like these consumables. I actually can't equip it because I don't have anyone who has an open slot for it. Or do I? No, I do not. But if I had someone, I could use this to give my crew 2 minutes of poison immunity and cleanse poison. So, lots of stuff like that. I don't know how important it'll really be. What is this? Technocult Shrine. $39, of course. The shrines do mean something. You can like pledge yourself to a shrine and it makes it more likely that you see things from that faction. Because there are a bunch of different factions in this game. There's like we have the Imperial guys, and then we have a Psyker here. I think the Witch is not associated with a faction, I should say. I think that the commanders don't have a faction associated with them, and that's like the whole point. I'll fire on their shields. You can hover over the enemy, by the way, to see what they're doing. This guy has the corruption beam, which creates corrosive gas. I wonder what that does. So my biggest problem I think this game faces, honestly, is that as far as I can tell, yield. No. Oh, I get it. Okay. I thought you couldn't use these spells with key bindings, but I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to use spells. We'll mess with it a little bit and figure it out. That's one of the things I have to learn. 2 bloated reagents. Or a bomb. I'll take this because I bet it's worth more whenever I get to a shop if I sell it. And there'll probably be a shop somewhere. The target symbol icon that I'm skipping is a repair shop. Not a repair shop, it's a scrapyard or something like that. You get to heal your ship or heal your crew. Because I haven't gone into any actual combat. Your units heal 15% of their HP every jump. And there's no healing beyond that. So boarding is about having enough guys, I think, anyway. I might board for this. If you destroy this little cache, you get a little bonus reward. And you can kind of just go in, or load in, launch the sled. We can just go in, and if there's no one in the room, we'll blow it up immediately and then just get out immediately. See? Like that. If they're not actively defending it, you just get it for free, basically. My sensors aren't good enough to see the enemy ship, but I can make a pretty decent assumption that they're going to be in there repairing. And I was correct, you saw the 315s. I think sensors are based on enemy shields. No, it's based on enemy sensors. Yeah, their sensors are at 2 and ours are at 1. which is fine. Who cares about my sensors? I'm just killing. And yeah, anything else I want to tell you about this game right now? I don't think so. It's interesting to have a little downtime. I didn't expect to have any time to stop and think. I expected to just be explaining nonstop. I feel like I have missed things, and I feel like I've been very frantic in this video. You know what? Let me pause game. Okay. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Recenter myself. This fire suit gives immunity to fire for one of my characters. Seems fine on my hero. Oh, missile templates. Interesting. Cool. There's a shaman coming up. I'm probably with my witch. My witch can cast spells. I think it will make sense to try and pick up some new spells for her. I can definitely just walk in there and kill these guys. Look at their ship. It's a bunch of these skeletons. They have 8 HP and they're very weak, as skeletons tend to be. So the only enemy here that does anything is the commander. Also, they got my oxygen. The only enemy that does anything here is their commander, who just has 15 HP. And so once it's just me and him, I fire the mind bolt, get my crew out of there. That's a dead ship. Nice. Yeah, it is a little tough to only have one character. I can pick up another character at the scrapyards, which I might end up doing. You get little like 15 HP cannon fodder, but they can pilot systems and things like that. This first area has been pretty chill. I gotta say, not a lot going on. You can talk to these guys for some lore if you want. You can attack them, but as far as I can tell, once you choose to trade them, you can't attack them. So we're gonna pick up basically all of the crew here, I think, because all of these guys have capacity to cast spells. I think we'll take the Soul Spear. It's an 8-second cast to shoot a projectile that can't miss, that deals 1 damage. And then summon a Thrall, summon 2 ghouls, summon a Thrall. I probably want to summon Thralls. There's a spell out there that's this spell, but it casts in 1 second and has a 60-second cooldown. But if you have a Thrall in the room, it sacrifices it to make it a 3-second cooldown. That one's pretty cool. I think I'll take 1 Blood Witch, maybe. And then I need someone else to be manning the piloting now, because my captain, when she's casting her spell here, let me go to loadout. So anyone with the eyeball can equip this spell, which is just my captain right now. But while she's casting the spell, she can't man the system. And I am going to load up and just fire immediately. And I was going to pick both of these, but I think it's going to be a little bit better to... Did I upgrade my shields but then never power them? I knew I was forgetting something, man. There's just so much going on. You gotta forgive me. Or not. You don't have to. I have 63 scrap. I think it is chill to just grab like 1 engine upgrade. Sorry, I meant to say grab 1 engine upgrade. And reasonably even we could just turn off the launch bay. I don't think I'm going to do any attacking the enemies. And then we'll just save it for now. I have 1 too much power. Oh well. Abstract wound? I don't know what this means. Let's go see what this is. Hello, abstract wound? Hit Lord. Step closer and let the gods carve their will into your bones. One thing I will say, and you know, FTL comparison incoming. The soundtrack in this game, it does fit the atmosphere, and I believe this is what they were going for. I miss the FTL soundtrack, man. The FTL soundtrack, though, it's like, you know, it's hard to compare, because it is like probably one of the greatest soundtracks of our gaming generation. And I sense some skeletons after me. As you wish. It does feel like the music's a little high. Who are you, Pit Lord? Cannot man, repair, or extinguish. Oh, he's a commander. This right here is the system you have to be looking out for, I think. No, this isn't it. There's a system that these ships can have. Not this demon heart, but there's one that like lets them just shoot guys at you constantly. That shit's OP. 31 scrap metal. Enlisted watch dies without ceremony as if the moment had already been decided. Subspace increase game difficulty pass through the rupture. Okay. Why would I do this? Wait, for what? wait. For what? To what end? Increase game difficulty. What? Alright. We got a weapon. 2 DPS and plus 2 DPS against targets with over 100 max HP. Okay. We just throw this on whoever. Probably our Imperial guys, if anyone's going to be fighting. I'm going to save up for level 3 shields, I think. Approach the Stargate. Cool. So that open room was about 20 minutes, I would say. There are 5 more sectors. So a run is probably about an hour and a half or so. We'll see. I'm going to do my best to get this run relatively quickly. You can go to a neutral zone, a war zone, or an exclusion zone. The exclusion zones are horrifying. They're like just nothing but evil. But yeah, while this game feels like it's more focused on enemy combat, there are a lot of ships that just have no air, so you just can't send your guys in there. So you do have to have a game plan that lets you kill enemies as well. Like, you have to be able to shoot them dead. And there's like a lot of automatic ships as well, which leads me to the feeling that there's not really a reason to board. I don't know, you can board as like a nice little supplement maybe on a harder fight, but for the most part I have just not been interested in it. What do you have? Instructs blood thralls. Oh, that's kind of cool. If I get the thrall spell, it'd be cool. Bombard enemy ship with artillery. There's a beam that damages enemy hull and has a chance to restore your own by an equal amount. Consumes 1 unit of munitions to fire. Let's try that. That sounds neat. You do get to pick where you want it to go. I think that's kind of cute. Where would I want this? Probably just right here is fine. Alternatively here, you could take this Hull Ripper too. 4 shots is not bad. But I want to try out the Hull Reaper from Overwatch. Okay. It does not have a computer in it, so there's no manning it. And reagents to summon a fiend. Anyone? Oh, someone does have a tool slot. Here you go, buddy. I should go bottom, I think. I kind of want to pick up a machine slave. That's what they're called. That's what the little dudes are. It's all very horrific, you know, when you get right down to it. It's all rather terrifying. I would like to fire the beam. It's weird that this is its own system. Think like this. The missile bay is usually a good one because missile bays go through shields. Ouch. I don't really care about that thing being broken. 20-second lockout though, sheesh. It's okay, I guess I can just let it be. A husk. And 4 scrap metal. Or summon necro lurches. I'll take the husk. Go, my man. So you can see these guys are very weak. 15 HP, 3 attack. They're just kind of here to go be grunts. They're basically fodder to man your systems. And that's fine. I haven't been casting my spell. I need to remember to do that. Let's mess around with the key bindings as well. Shortcut 2-1. Oh, it doesn't let you shortcut while pause. There we go, there we go. 2-1. It wasn't doing it until I unpaused because it didn't consider me in combat yet. So yeah, I should be casting the spell. It's pretty helpful. So our rough game plan here is just to take down their shields and then let the beam do its thing, huh? Get as many systems as we can. Maybe it heals me up. Oh yeah. Well, I just healed 3 health and destroyed their ship. That's pretty good. What does it upgrade to? Faster cooldown? Shield piercing 1? Whoa, also the first upgrade cuts its cooldown in half. That's kind of wild. I guess I'll be taking that. On a militia depot. I basically just don't read these also because in FTL I felt bad if I was doing things that felt evil. So now I just click whatever is optimal. It helps me. It's like when I was younger playing strategy games, I was much more of a, oh, but it would be mean to steal from these guys. And now that I'm older, I don't care. But I can't break the old habits of being like, oh, I don't want to do bad things to these guys. It'd be mean. I'm evil now, but some of my youthful innocence remains. And if I just don't know that what I'm doing is evil, then who cares? Everyone's evil. This game's universe is kind of fucked up. Everyone seems like a bad person. I want to upgrade my hull destroyer 9000 from Overwatch. And let's go on. I am going to need to upgrade my weapon systems at some point. Defend the Imperial complex or join the Corsair fleet? I'll join the Corsair fleet. Fuck it. I'm a Corsair. Everyone knows that about me. The character I am most like is Jack Sparrow. Everyone says that. They say I got big Johnny Depp energy. Alright, hull beam. Hit him up. I want to get that 1 level of shield piercing. Hold on, how do I aim this? Do you see what I mean now that we played a few minutes of this? The system, like, these ships, the way that this game plays, it's all very similar. Like, it's so familiar, is it not? It's kind of crazy how similar it ends up being. Just across the board. The beam weapons, the ship layouts, it's all familiar but a little different. And if they really did rebuild this game from scratch, like, it's impressive. Don't get it twisted. It would have been a lot of work. I don't know. I didn't do any research into if they just, like, you know, somehow got an FTL starter from modding or whatever. I have no idea. And I'm not pretending like I know anything. I'm just saying it is extremely impressive to me how much this game resembles that one other game. Also, they have a 5 evasion. What the hell is that? Shield against a hostile projectile. Brother, I am not shooting there. What are you doing? I missed my chance to take a shot at their shield system and break it down. But also I lit them on fire, so they're finished. I do pause. Are you able to shield against my laser beam? Oh, he is able to shield against my laser beam. What do you know? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on auto fire on these and just auto fire on their shields until they die, because they clearly don't have the damage to break through my shield. And even if I do take damage, I heal it back. So, I don't know. Good fight. I'm getting engineer. He's resistant to suffocation and poison, and he's good at repairing. I'm gonna take money, man. All I need is money. And I didn't even get anything for siding with the Corsairs. They took it all for themselves, those bastards. Sometimes you'll run into fights like this. These guys are half HP. I don't know, I think oftentimes they'll also be on fire. I don't know if it matters, basically. I don't know how much I care. They're dead. A lot of times they just die in one shot. I don't care about your plight. Oh no, they're injured. Later, idiots. Thanks for the 40 scrap, bozo. Time to get the upper hand? I love getting the upper hand. Never mind. I hate getting the upper hand. I'm gonna try to finish upgrading this Hull Reaper. And... Death Cult Sector? I think the Death Cult are more spellcaster types. And I kind of want more spellcasting because it's cool. Although I didn't take the Thrall Pit, so maybe it's not that good. Crew contracts and equipment. I want to go here. Yeah, so we'll try to save our money for the shaman shop. There's different types of shops on the map. I don't know what those fusion charges are. It's very much a I'll figure it out later sort of thing. I'll fight the arbitrators. In the end, everyone manages to make it out intact. Hundreds of citizens managed to escape in your ship at the last moment, having sustained multiple injuries. Oh god. I think you receive a message. Save my family. I know it's not much, but please take it. You had a fucking gun? Why'd I have to save you? So my crew all took about 3/4 HP damage. That's cool. Alright, what did I get? So 5 damage to nearby system. Nearby, I think, means that you have to be on the same ship as it. That's what I think that means. Infernal energy. Yeah, sure, let's go infernal energy. How bad could it be? I think that's just telling me what kind of ship is here. Infernal energy means these guys with the demons on their ship. What is this? Stuns crew and target room for 5 seconds. I forgot to start casting my spell. Ah, hell. Hold. Please hold. I need to start in their weapons room. I'm not gonna bother going to pick up that crate. And I do need to repair this. If you don't repair it, it just starts spewing dudes at you. This anomaly is really annoying, in my opinion. But it's awkward right after going into the taking damage fight, or not the taking damage event, I should say, to go into a fight where they can just put a hole in my ship that I have to repair. But hey, it works out. Give me level 3. That's shield piercing level 1 on it now. Hello. You have anything interesting? Imperial recruit. Engineer. Might not be terrible to pay 20 for an engineer. Just a guy to walk around and repair shit. And 50% repair speed. I don't have any money. I can sell trash though. I don't think I'm gonna take the crew stunning effect. It doesn't really seem all that good. Maybe it does damage to shields or something and I don't know. I'm not into it. I'm gonna sell everything. Alright, give me the engineer. It's all equipment. I think I'll take the... I almost want to take immune to suffocation. It's kind of nice. I'll take the welding torch. Show me loadout. Here you go, buddy. Where are you? There you are. I want him at the middle of the ship and then he'll just go... I guess he could manage the doors then. And let's save our stations. You know what that button does, right? It's like I was saying though, I think now you can also see what I mean. A lot of the things that you would expect to be in this game are here. All of the key bindings work about the same as far as I can tell. The save system or save stations, all of that stuff makes sense. So, like, ultimately... Storm detected? Nah. Ultimately, I think it makes sense to make it like this, right? But you compare this to, like, going from Slay the Spire to Monster Train. the core of the game is draw 5 cards, cast your spells. Sorry, cast my spells. Draw 5 cards, get 3 energy, right? That core is there in both games, and I think the core in this game also still exists, where it's, you know, the same sort of idea, but plays a little differently. And I think that it's easy to make the this is just FTL comparison though. But it feels very similar to me. It feels very similar to me to how Slay the Spire and Monster Train are the same but different, if that makes sense. Because the game is different. The whole balance has changed. It's just the core of the game, like the actual gameplay loop, is very similar. So it's kind of up to you. It's been 13 years since FTL. It's up to you on how you feel about this game versus FTL. Don't forget to shoot my spell. I need to just get that in my head. I don't know. What is happening in there? He must have been casting a spell or something. Oh, he made a guy. Oh. Gross. I was busy reading what that guy was gonna be. Are you... Oh, you're weak in combat. I should get you out of there. That bloat mite, I think, will kill you. It was unstable 37, I wonder. I should... Oh, he damages nearby systems on death. Huh. So I can, like, bait him out? So he doesn't take 1 hull damage off of me? 1 siege armor, 20 HP, immune to suffocation. Sure. Gonna put some gas. Yeah. I want the Blood Witch over here. I feel like I should have a Imperial trooper on either end of my ship. I think that's gonna make a lot of sense. Now, immune to suffocation, you could just never die to lack of oxygen. Pretty nice. It's good for plundering those ships with no oxygen on them. You can go in there and rob their vault real quick. Not something I'm gonna do here, I don't care. Please don't launch the stink clouds at me. I don't want that. I do not want to be stinky. No. They got me. They got me right after my engines went too. Or not my engines, my healing went. I guess technically it's gonna be good for me to just farm HP back with this beam. I don't think I have the willpower to do it. But I guess I could. And if you're, one thing I will say too, if you are feeling like, oh, well, this game looks super easy, you have to remember that I am playing on the base difficulty. I'm sure you scale up the difficulty and the game gets a lot harder. I am confident even. Mortician. Animate noxious dead. Cast a healing projectile. Teleport all crew in target room to random rooms on the opposing ship. Any cool spells? Projectile that heals all crew in target room for 10 HP. Sacrifices nearby allied thrall to heal for 35. Oh, if you're playing a boarding setup, I think that this rejuvenate spell is incredibly strong because it lets you just heal to full after every fight. Debilitating effects to all allied crew on the ship for 10 seconds. It's probably not a bad thing to have. You need a poison, slow, stun, immobilize. Sure. And it's not like crazy good, but I have the spell slot, I think. I don't have the spell slot. Let's go check out the major threat. Oh my god, what is this? Lifeless meat puppet flashes erratically on your view screen. Alright. Interesting. Perhaps I have bitten off more than I can chew. I will say, very interested in this crate. Maybe I just send someone in there to go see if it's any good. Let me just go look. Let me just go take a little look. They got guys putting up the shields. Can I get in there easily? Hold on. Load crew. I can get in there easily. It's actually pretty free. They're across the ship too. What is this thing? Massively boost shield recharge rate while active. Oh. Where's my engineer? Here he is. Alright, I got the thing. Get me out of there. I didn't see what it was. Usually it pops up immediately. Sorry, I do not like having to pause so much, but I do need to pause. Ouch. Please don't take my crew. Thank you. Okay, let's start firing. They do have shields up on their shields, so... like a lot of them, too. This thing seems kind of terrifying. But I do heal. Shoot a mine bolt at my own ship here. I need them to stop shooting missiles at me. This is getting a little annoying. This is getting a little irritating if you ask me. I need to power my life support back on. What is this? It's the shield charger, okay. I can't break down their shields. I guess what I should do is just try to take out as much of this shit as I can then, really. Stop stealing my crew, it's so strange. It's weird because you can teleport back for free at any time. It's like you steal my crew and then I just go, okay, come back. And then they come back. I guess they have the shield charger on. That is crazy how fast it lets them recharge. Did you see that shit? I have infinite HP, right? Like, my HP is renewable, so I don't necessarily need to care. I do need to turn off auto fire, though. Even this game, with all of its changes, couldn't make auto fire all that good, I'm afraid. It is typically bad to press auto fire, I feel. I will get whittled down by these guys over time. It's something you have to be aware of. Because, like, eventually I will just run out of HP. That's how the game plays. If they send enough enemies at me, I will eventually just not have the health to keep going. Every bit of damage we take is forever. Oh, fuck, they killed my engineer. Ah, shit. Guess I revived as a torso. I am gonna keep fighting, because I think I can win this, but I need to wait for this energy shield recharger to go away. Maybe I should summon some shit at them. I think summon a fiend, maybe. It's a consumable. 10 seconds. I don't know if a fiend is any good, but maybe it just gets fucking shot down. Maybe nothing. This thing that just shoots 5 ghouls at me? Evil. Need to maximize the number of rooms I'm hitting here. Am I not doing damage to them? Oh, they have 2 shields. Eek. I think maybe I have to call it. Man, I might have to get the fuck out of here. Because I can get my HP back, but they're gonna kill off all my crew at this rate. Nah, fuck it, I fight to the death. It would be good for video length and mental sanity if I just fight this out all the way. But, yeah, man, I'm dead as fuck here. They weren't kidding when they said difficult enemy. Or crazy threat or whatever. But you could recover from this spot 100%, right? I could have definitely just warped out when I realized that this ship is way overpowered, but yeah. Ultimately, what it comes down to is I can't, like, my health does not keep up with their infinite spawning, infinite spawning ghouls that they have. And eventually, if the fight goes long enough, 100 ghouls just kills me. I take my hands off the keyboard. I did not end up having this video be an hour and a half. But also, at the rate we were going, this video was going to be like 2 hours. Difficulty multiplier Torment 4? So when I took the rift that increased the difficulty, it jumped me up 4 ascensions? That's what it did? What? That's crazy. What a strange effect. Huh. Well, anyway, this game is very interesting to look at because I think that almost every game is going to get compared to something, but in this position, I think that the comparison is very real. I do feel like there are a lot of things in this game that are design-wise kind of annoying. Mainly, I think that this game has a lot of focus and design around this like troop combat, but I don't really like the troop combat. I think it's kind of annoying. The way you have to load into the sled to shoot to the enemy ship to fight them is weird. And I just kind of don't want to do that. I never really liked playing boarding parties in FTL either, so it might just be a me thing. But it feels kind of clunky, and it feels like a lot of design is around it. And I just kind of don't want to spend time cycling through the menus to equip items to optimize my characters. I kind of just want to go shoot at enemy ships. But maybe that just means this game isn't for me. I don't know. I think that this is it's the first look that I've ever really done that I think is just kind of dubious. Do I recommend this game? I don't know. I think that it's hard for me to recommend this game because like 7 years ago I was burned out on FTL, and every time I've tried to play it since I've just gone, man, I am kind of sick of FTL. But I wanted to give this game a fair shake to see if I liked it, and also because it's new and exciting and people are going to be talking about it and it's good for the video. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.